Hi everyone. Hi everyone. So I just decided that day 54 YouTube took it off, and I think I explained the reason why in previous videos, but it's day 78, and I just thought to myself that let me just do this thing because that's 33 days ago, right? No, it's 23 days ago. I just thought that I should just do it because if I don't do it today, there'll probably be no time. I didn't even plan to do it. I just thought, oh, let's do it because like there's no breathing space. I come live on Saturday, I come live on Sunday, and then when it's day 100, it's just day 100, and then I intend to like come live the day after the 100. That's like day 101, just to like share my decisions going forward and all of that. Yeah, basically. So again, you know that these sessions are unscripted. What that means is that if you didn't catch me live, I can't remember everything I said. I can't remember how I said it, but I can remember the campaign that I was working on. So it was test five, and then I understand the psychology behind the campaign, and so that's just what I want to explain in this session. 15 minutes and I'm off. On day 54, I think I was collating contacts and then doing a couple of other things, and I made some live calls too. So for that test, one of the things I was thinking about doing back in the day, as of that time, was that I wanted to get people first of all on our platform, right? Which is like our product. I wanted to get people to first test out our product, get them to register on our platform, and then I thought to myself that what's like the easiest way to reach people aside from going to them directly, because as of then I hadn't started going to people directly. So I thought reaching out to people who already have these people, well, like, when I say people who already have this, I'm talking about individuals who already directly work with travelers. And then I remember then I tried reaching out to like wildlife conservation companies. I tried reaching out to a couple of other companies. I'm sure day 52, 53, 50 would show all of this. And I realized that as I continued to get closer to these people, there was no like great alignment. For wildlife folks, most of them just wanted their individuals to continue on like wildlife. For even volunteer folks, the very big ones, they just wanted their individuals to continue on volunteer parts and not necessarily like travel, right? And then the chain to getting what's that thing called to getting access was quite long. It wasn't as easy as I thought, and I thought to myself that, oh, instead of just going after these big companies when I do not have all the time in the world, or when we don't even have a product, and because some of them are always like, oh, so send me something. How can I read more about you? How do I read more about you? And I just thought to myself, you know what? Let me just go to individuals who also host travelers. So they're individual hosts, right? What that means that they're doing their stuff themselves, and then they host like a fraction of travelers. That way, if I can provide them value, then it will be easy for them to open their network to me, right? And I went to a couple of Facebook groups, specifically ones where you see people um, sharing that, oh, they want to volunteer, or people sharing that they're looking for volunteers. And I went to like three different Facebook groups and I started collating contacts of people who were saying, first off, I started with individual volunteers. I started reaching out to them about our product, and I got a lot of interest with that. Then, secondly, I went to like individual hosts who already host these volunteers. Some of them have like 10 volunteers per season, right? So, for some of them, they need volunteers every 3 months. For some, they need volunteers every 6 months. And then for some, they need volunteers every 12 months. And I started reaching out to them and they were interested in what I was saying. But so I didn't just reach out to them because it was a fun thing to do. No, I reached out to them to say, okay, you know what, I'm going to promote your brand, but the activity that you're doing. And in exchange for that, the only thing you're giving me is access to your community. When your travelers come around, could you tell them about what we're doing? What I also did was that I created an offer, right? So where they could like enter like a raffle draw. Where they could like enter like a raffle draw and then they get like $100 or two tickets to like a Bali experience. Just so now that I'm having this conversation, I'm like, oh my gosh, I've dreamt a lot. Because the thing was, I thought our product was going to be live before 100 journeys in 100 days. Of course, before I started 100 journeys in 100 days, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't even know if we were going to have a product. I just want to test. I wanted to build conviction and I wanted to sell trips. And of course, along the line, we began to get requests, even though we not fulfill like most of them still have like follow ups to do. And then people started getting interested. And then Yeah, I am now. There's no product, and I think I might not even go after the product until say at the end of 100 days, 100 days. I mean, I had someone, I paid 30%, but they messed it up. It's okay. I've moved on. But yeah, I mean, basically, that's it. And then, you know, the first day, I got like, okay, well, not the first day, but, I began to collect contacts and I reached out I got like 50 contacts. And out of the 50, 35 of them were on WhatsApp. So I sent them a WhatsApp DM. I called a few of them. They said they were interested. And I just thought to myself that most of them were like, send me a message, send me a WhatsApp. I'm like, instead of wanting, my airtime credit, call these people, call credits, call these people, how about I just do like a WhatsApp broadcast? So I did a WhatsApp broadcast. I got some of them, I didn't get some of them. And then I started sending them like DMs, right? And so when I started sending them DMs, my goal was very simple: get a few people on. So there's something I already do. It's called Off the Path, where I celebrate like travel agents. So I'm like, come on off the path, come and share the work that you're doing. I'm going to advertise your business, not advertise, but we're going to post it on social media platforms. We're going to promote you to travelers that we already know because I haven't permitted like travelers and people. You're going to get people to volunteer with you in exchange for it. The only thing you just do is introduce us to your network. You also get like a safety certification that shows that okay, you are actually really interested and you support safe and sustainable movement, travel. Right. And then that was the idea. And I got a couple of interests. I got a few people who were like, their property is not ready yet, or they don't even think that right now they can handle like having more volunteers because they only take two. But I have individuals who take like 12, yada yada yada, like 12 volunteers and more, right? And so let me read out something. And then one of the things I saw that was very popular at that point was a lot of people were asking me that, oh, so Esther, is this paid and all of that. I'm like, no, this is not paid. And a couple of them did actually get people to volunteer with them. So yes, we do social media promotion of their work, which is like the volunteer project. They'll bring them on an Instagram live. Then we also give them like a certificate of appreciation. And then there's an opportunity for the volunteers to participate in one of our sprints. And then that sprint is definitely like them joining our platform. They come on our platform, they get like a raffle. We do like a raffle draw kind of thing. And then the more they invite people, the more they are able to like get the $100 cash, and then two experiences to Vietnam and Bali. But eventually I made it just Bali, so two experiences in Bali. We're not taking care of tickets as of then. That's the promise I made. And then the traveler also like gets a badge to show that, to show their solidarity to like safe travel. Yeah. And after like a week of back and forth, we got like six people. So we got one in Vietnam, one in India, one in Tanzania, one in Cuba, one in India. I don't remember the last one. I think I'm still on the conversation. And six of them actually they said they were interested, and so that's how I began to like map up the event, started promoting them. The first event has gone. It was last week Monday. The second event is today. It's happening by 3 p.m. on Instagram. The last event for the month of November is happening next Monday. And then I'll go ahead again to like start scheduling the event for December. But I know that the last day for the event in December, I think it's around December 20 or 19, right? In this case right now, there's really not much to do in the sense that one of one of our volunteer hosts is expanding their project, and then that didn't go on as they expected. So in this case, I was thinking to myself that, oh, maybe this person may not even be able to like give them certificate of appreciation. But what happens is that I've eventually opened the door, right? So what that means is that I would constantly have access to them, and even though we're having them live today, when the property opens up, I'm still able to repost to say, oh, um anyone looking for volunteers and all of that. So yeah, and that's one of the things we've done too. For the first session, it was with somebody in India. Today's with somebody in Italy. And so basically what I just do is I go on like tons of Facebook community groups and then promote their volunteer projects, and that's how I get them people, right? Again, I did that to like open the loop for further collaborations because they have travelers constantly coming into their property and all of that. And when verticals come together in an ecosystem, beautiful things happen, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to just go through my note and see. And then initially, then I was thinking that, oh, our product was going to be live November 10, at least, not necessarily like the full build, the progressive build as the developer had promised. But I mean, nothing was live. It's 17 today, so 7 days past 10. Anywho, and so when that didn't happen, I was like, I just told myself that, okay, I have to just crack this raffle thingy, right? Because again, people won't be able to register. Right now, as of today, I have, okay, well, that's after this test, I have like over 100 direct travelers who are telling me, oh, they'd love to get on our platform, they would love an invite, but I don't have anything to invite them to. I have prototyped with Google Forms, WhatsApp community, Excel sheets. I'm tired of prototyping. That's why I'm not gathering people in a WhatsApp community and all of that. Because that's not what I want. I had a community where I'm like, I just got tired, right? I think I'm in that phase where I have outgrown everything that's literally around me, right? If it was Canva, I've used Canva, I've outgrown it. If it was so whatever I could have used for prototyping, I've outgrown them. I'm in a different space in my mind. Let's have a product. Let there be bugs. Let me try to fix it. Let's have a product. Let me bring all the names of people that have gotten on board and let them give me issues and I'll fix it. Right. So I'm not necessarily in the my head is not necessarily in that space where I have to keep right now it feels like suffering anyways. Just using like I don't have a choice. Um that that contention alone is enough to make me feel weary. So I'm just taking each day at a time right now. And then again, another thing is that I am because the product is not up and all of that. I have I am not asking for the hosts, individual hosts to like recommend anyone to me or anything like that. No, but this is what I'm doing. I am leaving the loop open, right? So you would know that you can always reach out to me, and I would always reach out to you. If whenever a product comes up, obviously I'm still going to reach out to you, and to say, hey, hi, and then we could have like another talk. But even and I think a beautiful thing is that even the hosts themselves are really like interested in what we do. I did see one of our hosts is a climber, right? And it was like, oh, when your ecosystem is up, let's see other ways that we could work together. I think that kind of quite makes sense. I don't think I need to walk you through how I designed or whatever I sent to the hosts because I use Canva anyway. And I always have like post templates, so a little bit of chat GPT to write the posts. I need a travel buddy. Okay. I think this is for test 6. Or we test 5. And this is test 6. This is test 5A. And I said I want to market for that. That's available online, so no problem. Yeah, do reach out to a few individuals too. And one of the things that I did at a point to ensure that our platform was a bit usable was that I trained like a bot to let me see if I can share that screen. See zago.com. But honestly, I was not consistent with it. Now that we're thinking about this, I'm not sure I wasn't consistent with it. Because I can't say for sure. why I wasn't, like consistently using that. I guess I was just also tired of just like collating like contacts. But so you leave your name and your email, there was nothing in sight. And the fact that there was no like there was a lot of uncertainty around the product too. It was like a part of my part of the things that I quite like struggled with in this on this part of the test 5. And then again, because the way I was going to people, I wasn't going to them like, yeah, yes, and I said, so I wasn't going to them like, I'm trying to figure this out. I need you to test. I was going to go like, we're building this thing. We've seen that it's going to help. Would love to have you on board. And so maybe that was why I got like a lot of yeses. I don't know, but I was going out as someone who was sure of what they were doing. And so when I had like product challenges and all of that, kind of like took me like a week to like literally navigate that, not just to not just the folks that are outside, right? But like a thermostat for me to find my balance and then continue with, okay, this is what we have now. Let's just keep doing it. And that's why till today I'm still having chats with people. I'm still getting people on our Excel sheet and our wait list. I'm still collating email addresses, but I'm not actively working on those. I'm not actively activating those email addresses. I'm not actively activating those contacts because there's really nothing to activate them on. As of today, I've built on Facebook, so we have like a Facebook community. We've also been built on WhatsApp for our suppliers and all, and we still keep like that connection going. I guess at the end of the day, I would say that I didn't think that my courage was going to get me where I am today. You know, again, I mean, I don't even blame myself at all. I think I said it like a week ago or 2 weeks ago in the live session too that I didn't know what to expect, other than the fact that I wanted to sell 100 journeys in 100 days. And then at a point, I started feeling like the pressure. So I had to, before I even started, I started feeling pressure because I knew that we didn't have anything because we were strapped. I mean, I had some cash, yeah, but I mean, it was not it. The cash that we have was not it. But I mean, I didn't have things. I just it was something I knew, and I wasn't going to give up, and I knew I was going to figure it out as I go. And so I kind of didn't prepare for. I wanted things to work out, but I kind of didn't prepare for it, like this level of workout, because it's my first time of doing something like this on my own money, on my own terms, and they're not promising anybody anything, but showing up like a brute every day, every day to get it done. And so I'm amazed. I'm amazed about how far we've come. I guess a couple of days ago I was just collating things, yeah. But yeah, this product was a big blow. But hey, if I'd known better, I would have done better. So thank you so much. I think I was quite reflective rather than just like, share what I did on that day because, hey, the sessions are not scripted. I don't know what I said. But when YouTube like showed me my video that it took off, I saw that there was test 5 Excel sheets there and it had numbers, it had contacts, but I'm like, okay, I must have been talking about this on my live session. Yep. Thank you all so much for following the journey. Thank you. I'm excited about the days ahead of me. I'm excited because I know uh, I'll do better. Yeah. I know that this challenge has first of all proved my own mettle to me, and so that I'm very grateful for, and I'm never going to take lightly. Never ever. The fact that I can subject myself to these conditions, and then I can become this person. But much more, there's more ahead. Yeah. Thank you so much for your support. Bye. See you tomorrow.